Namaskar. Namaskar and welcome to our weekly Viveka Cudamani class. And today we are going to read a few of the very beautiful verses from these particular scriptures. I mentioned before that it was created by none other than Adi Shankaracharya, whom the entire devotee of the Vedanta philosophy, they worship him as one of the most intellectual that saint who wrote the very modern commentary on Vedanta philosophy. Any teacher who is conducting classes on Vedanta philosophy, they mostly follow the Adi Shankaracharya Bhashya or commentary. So we togetherly bow to our gurus first, and then I will take you to the main scripture. Narayanang namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim chaiva tato jayo mudirayet Vyasayo Vishnu Rupayo Vyaso Rupayo Sri Vishnavi Namo Vai Brahma Vidhaye Vasishtayo Namo Namaha Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badurayanam Sutra Bhashyo Krito Bande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Parijantam Bande Guru Paramparam Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mamo Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mamo Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mamo Deva Deva Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Okay. Now, what actually shocked me also in one way, that while the Adi Shankaracharya ji wrote, previously we studied that he gave this message that Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, that kind of philosophy, that only the Supreme is real, rest is unreal. But what the place we came now, we see that Shankaracharya ji emphasizing on proceed or go to a self-realized soul whom we call Guru. So basically he is glorifying the importance of a spiritual master at our life, which is very sound little different also according to his philosophy. And you will see the word he is using also, that special Oshima was here today. It's good that he's here. So even I was also a little surprised. But then I thought, he believed in traditional path.
What verse number you are now?
Yes, I'm going. We will be starting today from 33, but we might go back a little bit, 31 and 32, a little bit. So he emphasized to accept a spiritual master to proceed further in spiritual life. That is very, that I was a little surprised at least. Maybe I thought he will not agree or he will not follow this traditional path. But I see that he is following the very traditional path which Indian philosophers and saints and holy men, they accepted that. From the ancient time, very old time, in the Rig Veda's time, I'm talking of the around 10,000 years before. That's history I'm telling, Rig Veda, Yajur Vedas. Though from that time actually, the saints and the holy men or spiritual seekers in India, they followed the guidance and teachings of their guru or spiritual master. That we see here today. And also he emphasized on the path of devotion. If you remember, I was telling, on the path of devotion, he emphasized that to reach that goal, we have to have that kind of faith and devotion. So just to going back a little bit before we go to the verse number 33, like verse number 31. We already read it, just I'm going little bit of behind. Mokshu karano samagryang bhakti revu goriyoshi is Shankaracharya writing, among things conducive to liberation, needed for liberation, devotion alone holds the supreme place. You could see. And if you remember, I brought examples also how the spiritual student, by following the path of bhakti devotion, how they reach their goal. Not only that, in Indian philosophy, they say that they see God, like how I see you sitting in front of me, I could see by my own eyes. They see God also, talking to them. And most of them, after seeing God, they become like pagal. Pagal means not in the like mad person, but not in the sense of the material madness. This madness was for God. They had no sense of their own body, food or daily life or clothes. Most of them, and I gave some examples also, Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansadev, the Guru at the Ramakrishna Mission, Mirabai, I brought the example. I brought the example of what you call Toilanga Swami in Kashi. And also, side by side, I brought some example. This kind of self-realized soul, they digested that power and they become like quiet, like Swami Pranavaananda. He spoke very little. People came to meet him. They thought they will be talking, many things discussed, but when they entered the Guruji's room, Guruji did not speak to them. He used to sit down. The devotees, all visitors also sit down quietly, maybe 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. But when they come out of his room, they felt very filled up. Look like they got the answer of their question. Like Lord Buddha, who dedicated his, after self-realization, he dedicated his life in public service, in the goodness of people. And also I was bringing the example of Christ as we read his life, that as we read his life, little bit whatever I know, look like he also dedicated, in our language, we can say that after the realization of his self, true self, he then dedicated the rest of his life in public benefit, though people could not understand him. It's natural. People will not be able to understand because Brahmaiva Brahmavid Bhavati. A person who always talk of God, a person who is talking always God, people worship him as God. Like you see, the many commentators come here, like say for example, Devakinandan Thakur. You saw he came for 7 days Bhagavad Katha. So here maybe 200 people, but in India, 100,000 people come, listening him 4 hours, 5 hours. As soon as he come out of the stage, people fall at his feet because he's talking of God. So Brahmavid, Brahmaiva Bhavati, somebody who talk of God always, thinking about writing of the God, lecturing on God, people count him like God-like soul. They fall at his feet. And that's why we see Christ, and then what you call Buddha, Swami Pranavaananda, all these saint people used to fall at their feet because they don't know how to see God. They see this soul. So here I brought that. Also I brought the best example of the Bhakti school. That was the people of Vrindavan. We call Gop and Gopinis. The best example. They never went to school. They don't know how to read and write. They don't understand philosophy. They don't understand what is Vedanta Shastra. They knew only their Krishna. The flute of Krishna is to, make them like pagal, spiritual pagal, the people of Vrindavan. And that's the best example I brought, if you remember. So in this verse, Adi Shankaracharya or Shankaracharya said, Moksha Karana Samagram, for to attain self-realization, bhakti is the supreme path. In the chapter 12 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, very first sloka of the chapter 12, Arjuna asks the Lord, could you please explain to me? Some people worship murti. As you see, that last couple of days we have been decorating all these murtis in our temple because Durga Puja coming, new sari, new ornament, we keep looking, make sure that all the murtis we have in the temple, they look like live, gorgeous. Like if you look at the all new clothes, with dressing, putting new ornament, everything new. And still we are not satisfied, we have to change. So some people worship God, and some people, they do not worship the image of God or murti of God. They believe in the meditation, they believe in the knowledge, culture of knowledge, and they believe in the realization of the self to identify themselves. So, Krishna, could you please tell me which path is best? If you see the chapter 12, so Lord Krishna answered Arjuna in that battleground of Kurukshetra that both paths of right, both group of people, both followers of both this path, they achieve their goal, they reach their final goal of self-realization. But to me, the worshipping murtis, images of God with devotion is easier. Because they see it, they dress it, they bring flower, they make garland, they cook for God, they sit down, they talk to them, they smile, they cry, and they spend time. But people who follow for meditation and knowledge, they need to really control their senses. They have to practice the Ashtanga Yoga, eightfold Raja Yoga, eightfold paths of, like yama, control of senses, control of speech, control of all these things. They need time. So if you open the chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita, you will see that. So we see that that's how the people of Vrindavan was. They never read any scripture. They didn't have time also. They used to go take care of the cow, do the household job. They used to boil milk, create makhan, all those yogurt. They used to go to the 12 miles, from their village to Mathura city to sell. That's how they used to survive. Even Krishna and his elder brother, in their early age, up to 11 years, they did not go to school. They used to go with the cow morning time, come back afternoon time. Krishna Balaram went to Guru Griha, the home of their Guru, after 12 years. But they took short time, but Krishna also established the system which is being introduced to us long before, that go to the Guru Griha, the home of your Guru, and learn. So 64 days only Krishna and his elder brothers was in the Guru Griha, only 64 days. So, Moksha Karana Samagrang Bhakti Revo Goriyashi. To reach the final goal of life, that devotion is the best path, supreme place. And then next line in the verse number 31, Shankaracharya ji gave the example what the definition of bhakti, what we mean by bhakti. Saswarupa anusandhanam bhakti riti avidyate. Saswarupa, that the seeking after one's real nature is designated as devotion, according to him. Saswarupa anusandhanam, like doing research, analyzation, right understanding that what is my true identity, who am I? I'm not hand, I'm not feet, I'm not eyes, people say, okay, I'm the son of so, I'm the disciple of so. Is it my real identity, or beyond that there is something? That called Swaswarupa Anusandhanam. I'm trying to discover my true identity. Because this body, if you remember, I was talking, this body made up 206 pieces of bone. Architect make it nice, joint all this bone, like a civil engineer sitting here too. They know what I'm talking. All the bone and then flesh and the bone, what you call veins like wire in the building. Then blood creating, it makes such a way that we through food and food digested create blood. All this surviving material. But basically it's a can of ash. When I go out of my body, again, when I go out of my body, so this body become lifeless. It go to the fire and it's just a can of ash. So that is not me. That's not my true identity. It cannot be, because I am immortal. Shu Ahom. You remember last week we were talking, 4 Vedas give 4 messages. Shu Ahom, or Ayomatma Brahmo. Another one you say that day, the Rig Vedas. Shohum, Shu Ahom, I am that. Ayomatma Brahmo, I am that Brahman. Tattvamasi. And then one more. 4 Vedas give 4 messages. So I am not the body, because this body after a certain time must fall down. But that's not the end of that's not my end journey. I'm the ever pure soul. I'm free from all kind of sins, agony. I'm free from all kinds of joy or happiness or ups and downs of life. I'm always free, I'm always free, I'm always free. I'm the part and parcel of that Supreme. So that we discussed last, sitting. And then if you see the next verse, Swatmo Tattvanusandhanam Bhaktir iti apare yoguhu. Other people say, Swatma, this is another way to say the same word. This is simply putting the statement of the previous sloka in another way. For example, others maintain that inquiry into the truth of one's own self is devotion. It's the same thing, putting other way. Right, with that. And see the next, Uktu sadhana sampanno tattva jighasuratmanaha utsidet gurung pragbya jasmat bandha vimokshanam. The inquirer about the truth of the Atman, who is possessed of the above-mentioned means of attainment, should approach the wise preceptor who confers emancipation from bondage. Here coming the Guru Puja. You see, in Bharat Sevashram Sangha, Brian, when first Guru Puja started, we at the initial stage of our organization, there used to be a Om sign. And Guruji used to wear a white dress. His name was Brahmachari Binod. The white, like how I'm covering my body with a chaperone dress. So Guruji used to cover his whole body with white dress. We call them Brahmachari, who practice sense control, trainee, spiritual seeker. And then after a while, one day his followers, mostly students, school students, they see one day he's sitting in front of the Omkar. His body was a big body and he covered the whole Omkar. They were surprised, also they liked it. And they started to do puja, taking a diya, showing him. But after a while, it became the public, public kind of criticism. He took sannyas, and then Guruji used to sit down at the altar like how we see here, and the monks used to do arti. So public criticism was severe. People did not initially accept that. We know Swami Pranavananda doing good work with philanthropy. They do relief work at the time of flood, famine, earthquake, all this good work Bharat Sevashram doing. Now this young sadhu, this Swami Pranavananda, will be destroying his organization by taking that he's sitting at the altar and people doing arti. Criticism. So even the monks also was confused and they say, Swamiji, maybe we could take it easy. Even here, when we were building this temple, so a couple of gentlemen came that, why are you putting it? One person told me that don't keep any murti, just keep your guru only. He told me, that's keep your guru only. But if you see the ISKCON, they do Prabhupada murti at the front side, but the main altar, Krishna. But we putting our Guruji all the way to the middle. So there was criticism. But Guruji said that, okay, let them criticize now, but a time will come, slowly people will understand why I'm doing that. His explanation was, why I'm introducing this Guru Puja, like how you doing arti, bowing. So seeing this thing, like junior monk, they fall at the feet of the senior monk. More junior monk, they fall. This is a kind of tradition. So this will go to the home also, at the people home, where husband-wife relation will be a relation, not only friendship, it will be like a kind of respect. And then the elder brother, junior brother will also touch the feet of the senior brother. Junior sister, little sister will touch the senior sister. It's a kind of traditional. And in the teacher, school teacher, not like here. In our days, we used to fall down at the feet of the teacher. Say the teacher retired, and maybe he's going for pension to railway station. We say run, and we bow down to him. But sometimes they don't. The principal, the master, do not recognize their student because they're big now, maybe doing big job also. Right? We all remember that kind of respect. It will go even the office also, the boss who is the, leading the corporation. There should be kind of sense of respect there. If there is any things need to discuss with due respect, so that the betterment for the company. It's a, so those kind of thing. But here you see here, Ukto sadhana sampanno tattva jighasuratmana, somebody who is looking forward to realize the self. Shankaracharya ji suggested that utsided gurum pragyam jasmat bandha vimokshana, should approach to a wise teacher, preceptor who conferred emancipation, who will be guiding how to reach that goal. Like for example, Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna never knew Krishna was God. Arjuna counted Krishna as a friend. They used to sit down, same, bed. Draupadi, Arjuna's wife, used to make food. Sometimes they eat from the same plate, putting each other hand on shoulder, smiling, eating. So Arjuna knew that Krishna has some supernatural power and he is their well-wisher. Before chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna never knew that eternity of Lord Krishna. He never knew that. It took time. So that is where I was telling that day that means Adi Shankaracharya believed in bhakti. That's how he created Bhajagovindam, all slokas, Bhajagovindam, murham mate, prapte sannite morane, nahi rakshati dukring karame, punaropi janamang, punaropi morarang, punaropi janani jathore shayanam. That Shankaracharya writing, that Bhajagovindam, worship Lord Govinda. It's such a greatest Vedanta is writing, worship Govinda. And also he wrote the beautiful verses glorifying river Ganges. So a little bit, kind of a surprise. So he is number one, he believed in the path of bhakti devotion. And number two, he believed to accept a self-realized guru. So that with his guidance, we'll be able to reach our goal. I'm not sure this system is being accepted by the path like Islam Christianity, Jews, or Buddhism, I have no idea actually if they believe this path or not. Whom we call guru, what's your, how you accept a teacher in your system?
Well,
Say a rabbi.
a rabbi.
It's a good quality,
A rabbi
spiritually.
would maybe in some people's mind could be the same, but guru in your tradition means something more. Kind of that they've attained realization. But a rabbi is a learned person, a scholar.
Preceptor.
They excellent teacher. They can impart knowledge, but they may not themselves have attained the level of consciousness.
But
that guru.
there is some rabbi.
There are some rabbis.
There's some
who have,
rabbi
yeah.
who really went deep into spiritual life,
Yes.
and in their own faith. I'm sure there is some rabbi who went too deep into their spiritual understanding, and whom we call saint-like, right? You want to say something? Yes.
স্বামীজি, এবার অষ্টমীর কি আলাদা করে স্লট আছে কি?
হ্যাঁ আছে, তুমি বুকিং করো, দেখো, ইউ গো টু দ্য ওয়েবসাইট,
আচ্ছা
ইউ সি দেয়ার।
আচ্ছা, ওটা তো সন্ধি পুজোর সাথে কি একসাথে?
হ্যাঁ, একসাথে করেছে। হ্যাঁ,
ও আলাদা করে অষ্টমীর কোনো স্লট?
আলাদা করে অষ্টমী করে করিনি, বাট তুমি ইচ্ছে করলে করতে পারো, ইউ ক্যান ডু দ্যাট।
কিভাবে করতে হবে?
হ্যাঁ, জাস্ট কল দ্য প্রিস্ট কুইকলি, কল দ্য প্রিস্ট। Just please sit down, let me continue. It's a class going on.
Hostel evening you can do it.
আচ্ছা, আর দিনের বেলা ওটা কম্বাইন?
Yeah, morning and Sundhi Puja are combined.
আচ্ছা, তাহলে তো ইভিনিং তো না, আমাদের তো মর্নিং টাইম।
The morning are combined because what actually happened, 1:21 Shanti Puja starting. So that morning those devotees coming, they food, all these things, they will not empty the place. By that time the Shanti Puja people will be coming. That's why you combine.
স্বামীজি, আমি আপনাকে ফোন করেছিলাম ওই রেজিস্টার করবো বলে সানডের জন্য। কি বলেছিলেন এনি দিন এনি ডে আফটার 15 তারিখ সন্ধ্যেবেলা এসো।
হ্যাঁ, তুমি একটু বসো, আমি প্রিস্ট আছে, আমি একটা ক্লাস করছি, এটা ফেসবুকে, লাইভ ফেসবুকে আছে, তুমি বসো, প্রিস্ট কামিং, হি উইল ডু এভরিথিং। অলরাইট, তো বসো। সরি। So Adi Shankaracharya ji, the guided to accept a guru. So Brian was explaining. I'm sure there are some rabbi or the Buddhist, the teacher or Christian. They went too deep into spiritual life, and they are being people like them as they they can do everything with the priest. Okay, so sorry for this disturbance. So yeah, I was telling that in the Islam, in Christianity, in Buddhism, in Jewish religion or any other religion, there must be some advanced spiritual. They went beyond of the...
Yeah, we would describe Moses, we would describe Abraham at that level.
Okay.
But modern day, it would be difficult to come up with that unified understanding of who that is. Everyone would believe different things.
Okay.
We would all agree Abraham and Moses would
Yeah.
be.
What actually happened, what language I'm using, any religious path that those who really went deep into spirituality, they lift up themselves out of this identification. I'm a Hindu, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I'm a Jew. Because these spiritual persons went such stage of their spiritual life, so they become for this world. For this world. They do not identify themselves, okay, I am a Hindu or I'm a Muslim or I'm a Christian or something, because in their eyes, they see the same beauty, same soul everywhere. Am I clear? They become the guru of the entire world. They become the people worship them. In fact, I don't think because I see in India, like in generally Hindu, Muslim, all they practice differently. But there are some, they call Durga, Muslim pilgrim site. Many Hindus go there And even the Muslim people also, there are, because they see the greatness of Lord Krishna or something, even though maybe they are not visible in the temple, but they do. They believe, like Ramayana people used to see what it is, kind of thing. So I'm talking that stage of spiritual life. I'm sure every faith there is that kind of persons, right? And they become the guidance for other people, right? Just call Divakar quickly. Yes, I'm sorry, a little bit, yeah. Just book what they say. I will see later on, right? Book whatever they say, book and mention in the receipt book. Sit with them and finish.
He said that online open হয়ে গেছে আবার. So I'm like,
Okay. Book for them. Yeah. Okay.
ঠিক আছে? Okay.
Okay. So the verse number 33. I'm going. Sorry, a little bit.
Moment we just talked about
Yeah.
this thing. I'm not too familiar with Judaism, but Christianity and Muslim culture, 100% they have this setup. Pope is that. Pope is all that, and their whole administration is based on that hierarchy.
Okay.
So in Christianity, it's 102%.
Now you're talking of what?
The guru concept.
Guru
The
concept.
Pope,
Okay.
Pope is as good as
Guru.
Christian to a
Christianity.
follower of that tradition.
Same way, the Khalifa or the Khomeini,
Right.
these are leaders. They just tell you go die,
Right.
and they will die.
But make
That's
sure they speak right way.
Well, but they do or not, people believe that. They may not do it.
Because that there were
that describes the book.
we're talking of the spirituality.
People are following. People believe they are guru.
But the quality of a guru is given here, how the guru should be.
Here coming, next verse coming.
True, but a Muslim or a Christian believe that is the guru. Whether that's the
they are
same
not talking about
uh,
quality.
the same guru here.
No,
think
the
the quality of the guru is
quality of the guru is coming next. But what Mr. Dutt is telling, the way you see the Pope, right? The way, in a general Christians, they count Pope like God.
Only Catholics.
Only Catholics.
Yeah,
Yeah, correct.
good.
Yeah, only
That's
Catholics.
it.
Only Catholics. And because we have to be so careful, there was a guru in Guyana. So a lot of European people mostly used to go. I forgot his name. So and then finally one night they all killed themselves. Those incident, kind of thing. So in Guyana it happened. European, so people used to go follow him, stay there. But one night they all killed themselves, hundreds of them.
You have
So
same
we-
way with the Mormons.
We have to be so careful. We are not talking those kind of guru here.
Right.
We're talking of the honestly 100% pure gurus and those who look for only spiritual goal.
Yeah.
Their eyes to guide people in the truly spiritual path. So they get the highest kind of peace of life.
Yes.
I'm talking those kind of gurus. I'm sure every religious path, like in the Sufi Sampradaya, there is some very, named saint I hear. And I'm sure everywhere, maybe the language is different. Maybe they use the word in a different, the way we talking. We talking guru. We're talking of the guru like God, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva. And there's so much of example like Vasisht, Rishi Vasisht, Rishi Jaggavalka, Rishi Otri, Rishi Bach, women saint. There are many. And they know, they could, as soon as they see your forehead, they know your past, your present, your future. What is they are, they are 100%. They could see what is coming, and that is how they worship them, and they become eternal guru. it become, according to Indian the understanding, there are 4 ages, like we call golden age, and that was that time people used to live long. Like in the book we read, a saint lived 500 years, and it is true because they used to live long. And then when Lord Krishna, after that came Ramayana. So Ramayana like immortal. The Indian people, they open their eyes hearing by the glories of Ramayana. They die also listening the wonders of Lord Rama. It's like immortal thing. And that's how they mold their life also. And the characters like Lord Rama as a husband, as a brother, as a son, so Indian people, they mold their life. Sita as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, whatsoever. The Indian women mold their life, and they try. Even though Devi Sita went through so much of pain of life, but they don't mind. But because of her dedication to her husband, her faith to her husband, her love to the her parent, her children, her guru, that an example to the Indian women. And they also learn, Indian women learn, like husband, wife, they went through so much of ups and downs in life, too much pain in their life, but they cannot think to be separated from their husband, or husband cannot think they could be separated from their wife. It's both way. I mean, how Rama loved Sita, Devi Sita, similarly Sita loved Lord Rama, how Sita cannot even imagine she could be separated from her husband, and Rama could not imagine that without Sita he could survive. So that is how men, women, as a husband, as a wife, they try to follow those examples. So this is culture, this is tradition, also this is religion also, togetherly. At the end of the life, after 75 or 80, husband, wife both used to leave everything, go to the forest, embrace poverty, and spend that time in spiritual practices. So we see that, right? So Shankaracharya mentioned of the path of devotion, path of bhakti, and also to accept a guru to further improvement of spiritual life. That we already read today. Verse number 33 of Viveka Cudamani is very beautiful. You will see how beautiful. This verse gives the description or definition or how a guru should be. Right? Here, we all together, we read, please. Kshatriyo abrijino akamohato yo brahmavittamaha brahmanu parataha shanta nirandhana ivanalaha ahetuko daya sindhu bondhur anamatam satam Kshatriyo brijino kam. Actually, there's a like line like this. That's all. Kshatriyo brijino akamohato yo brahmavittamaha brahmanu parataha shanta nirindhana ivanalaha ahetuko daya sindhu bondhuratmanata bondhur anamatam satam. Again, Kshatriyo brijino kamohata yo brahmavittamaha brahmanu parataha shanta nirindhana ivanalaha ahetuko daya sindhu bondhuranamatam satam. This verse gives the description how a guru should be. Correct? Good. First, he says that Kshatriya. Like you see that in India, a great saint, they write, see Brian, how they write? Say my name. Kshatriya, first word, Brahmanistha, and say that I study Bhagavad Gita, teach Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita Ratna, that's how the title, Kshatriya, Brahmanistha, Bhagavad Gita Ratna, Acharya Swami, so. So sometimes they put Kshatriya, Brahmanistha, Bhagavad Gita Ratna, 1008, Acharya Swami, so big name. Sometimes they put. Now what is the meaning of Kshatriya? The first word. A guru, how a guru should be. Right? So I was looking at let me do the, what you call Google search, and also here. Kshatriya word is a person, a teacher is one who is well versed in the Vedas, in the scriptures, religious text. Not just theoretically. Because we read Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. This is theoretical knowledge. That supreme, the God is real, rest is unreal. We learn it as a philosophy. Now we doing research, we doing analyzation, we trying to realize that why Shankaracharya ji wrote Brahma Satya and Jagat Mithya, because this is our world, this Jagat. Here we enjoy love, happiness, wealth, and the material prosperity. We enjoy traveling, a good dress, good food, good house, good shoes, everything we love. Relation between family members, relation between friendship, all this we enjoy in this world. But Shankaracharya is telling this Jagat is mithya, it is unreal. So why he say that? Now we analyzing rightfully, we doing meditation, and we analyzing our own experience of life also. Then ultimately we see that Shankaracharya ji was right. Because this world based on interest. This world, because husband need wife, wife needs husband. Alone we cannot stay. And money plays such an important role. As long as you have money, people love you, people respect you, people give you importance, people recognize. But as soon as you moneyless, penniless, and you will see how people neglecting you. How people neglecting you. Apart from few, people will be neglecting. And so money plays such an important role in society. And there we experience what is real, what is unreal. All this love, people who used to love me, who was ready to give life for me, who used to spend time with me, who was my real friend. Now today, because I don't have that material wealth, all of them gone. There is no honey, no bees. It's the experience of life. It's the truth of life. Maybe one, two, those who really, like in home, husband and wife do not live. Even though money lose, even though job gone, even though wealth gone, because of their upbringing of the Ramayana, all this scripture, so they remain together. Most of the friend gone. So, Kshatriya, a guru should be well versed in scripture, not the only theoretical knowledge, with the practical knowledge also. This is the description of a perfect guru, right? So, Kshatriyaha abrijinaha. Second word is abrijinaha. The taintless or pure. Abrijina. So, free from all kind of dirt and all kind of impurity. A guru should be pure. Abrijinaha. Akamohata. Unsmitten by desire. No hankering. A guru, do job, meditation for public. A guru look for the well-being for his student, for his disciple. So, akamo hato. Because most of us have so much of desires. So much. I want to be a good singer, I want to be a good preacher, I want name, fame, appreciation, my name should be published in newspaper, my name should be going here, there, thousands of desire. So akamo hato, that free from all kind of hankering. Or here I was writing unsmiting by desires. Yo Brahma Vittamaha. The Brahma Vittamaha, a knower of the Supreme. You could see a guru cannot be just an ordinary person. A Brahma Vittamaha, a knower of the Supreme. Brahmanna Parataha, a self-realized soul who continuously abide in the Supreme. Shanto Nirindhana Ivanalaha. Shanto Nirindhana Ivanalaha. How? Who is calm as fire that has burnt up its fuel. Shanto Nirvikaro. Give an example, like when the car all oil gone, so car remains stop, quiet. So here it giving example that a guru should be calm as the fire that has burned up his fuel. Shanta. Nirindhana Ivanalaho. Ahituku Daya Sindhu. Oh my God. Ahituku Daya Sindhu, who is a spontaneous ocean of mercy that needs no cause for its expression. Daya Sindhu. Right? You could see these are the Shankaracharya giving an example of a perfect guru. Ahituku, there is no reason. Daya Sindhu, a ocean of mercy, who is a spontaneous ocean of mercy that needs no cause for its expression. Daya Sindhu Bondhur Anumatam. Anumatam to those people who surrender unto him. So Bondhur Anumatam, a friend, intimate friend to those good people who surrender unto him. You could see the explanation and the quality of a guru. It looks like it's very difficult to find a person like that. Somebody Kshatriya, a well-versed in scripture. But you see that in our organization, like I say that the third picture, Swami Orupanandaji, he said that we never got time to read Gita, Bhagavad, Upanishad, because the guru is to keep us so busy. And only night time after dinner, the Guruji used to sit down and they used to read either Ramayana or Mahabharata or the Bhagavatam. These three scriptures mostly they read. Otherwise, he said we never get time to sit down and read Vedanta. We went to Kashi, we never went to Ganges river to take a holiday because we didn't get time. From 3 o'clock to night 11, Guru is to keep us busy. So, and Guruji used to say, look, what I'm thinking now, you're supposed to think also the same way. Completely changing the life of disciple. And I'm giving an example. Said that Guruji building the organization like. Now Guruji needed speaker, Guruji needed singer, Guruji needed writer, Guruji needed good administrator, Guruji needed dholok player, Guruji needed good harmonium player, Guruji needed good cook, Guruji needed a monk who could arrange for puja, all these things good. So he needed all this. Now Guru never tell that I need, but he used to look at his disciple monk. So Swami Advaitanandaji, whose picture is there, he was young and he used to go to Daulatpur Hindu Academy. He was the student there, the college student. He was extremely shy. So Guruji was going to Calcutta from Bangla. That time Bangladesh was not created. So Bangladesh was part of India. So Guruji came to Khulna. We had ashram there beside the Bhairav river. It's in Bangladesh now. And from there he used to take train. So Guruji used to come from Bajitpur by boat and all those steamer. And then he used to take the train from Khulna to Calcutta. So the Swami Advaitananda, his name was Amulya, Brahmachari Amulya. So Guruji needs a speaker, because Guruji hardly spoke. So Brahmachari Amulya, Swami Advaitananda went to see him off in the train. So Guruji was sitting inside the train, and Amulya was standing, bending his head, because he was shy. Now Guruji long time was looking at Amulya. But Amulya did not realize that Guruji looking at him. So when Amulya, lifted up his head, he could see Guruji looking at him very deeply. So after a certain time, Amulya came to Calcutta. He wanted to speak, feel like, So he took a tool, small tool, went to the road, standing on the tool, and he's speaking. What he's speaking, he don't know. It was not the organized lecture place. He just took a tool, went to the road, standing on it and speaking. So some other monk, or those who were coming back to ashram, they saw him and they came and tell Guruji, Amulya become pagal. Swami Advaitananda ji become pagal. Well, what happened? He's standing at the outside roadside, standing on a tool and speaking. So Guruji smile, right? So that Amulya becomes Swami Advaitananda ji, the leading speaker of the organization. Guruji used to sit down on a stage like Shiva, and it is Amulya or Swami Advaitananda ji was the speaker. He needed a singer, not like how I practice Indian classical music. 40 years I have practicing, but I'm not a performer or I'm not a good singer. I practice daily. But he needed a singer. So there was Swami Bhuvanananda, I think Bhuvan Maharaj. And Guruji one day touched his throat. And then say, go, sit in the temple and sing. But you close your eyes and sing. Think that I'm listening. And that Swamiji become the leading. He used to sing. People, it's a Guru's thing. Guru's Ashirvad, blessings. He was not a trained singer, like how I go to the teacher, still learning. Finding out where is my true sa, where is my true re. Hour after hour, year after year, last 40 years I've been practicing, finding my true sa and re and all this. But he did not do that. Guruji need a dholuk player. So one day Guruji was Swami Siddheshandaji. When I joined, I see in the Calcutta headquarters, one corner, one Swamiji was sitting and playing dholuk. But later on one day he said that, I never learned from anybody. So Guruji said that, you know how to play dholuk? I said, Guruji, I never touched the dholuk. But dholuk is nothing. You hit here and hit here, that's it. Guruji's, this word. So he began to hit his here, dha, dhin, table, utensils, plate, wall, everywhere. His hand is red because he's hitting, and other monk think, if he become another pagal. But then he become a dholuk player. So Guruji needed these things. He did not say anybody. He's, gave his spiritual power silently and become like a machine, whatever he wanted. All these monks you see here, senior monk picture, you can see one by Swami Omkaranandaji was the organizer. Swami Vikasanandaji was a living scripture. he used to tell me, study Bhagavad Gita, remember Bhagavad Gita. If you do not understand the meaning, just study every day. Remember like a poem. And he used to tell me, keeping his hand on my shoulder, well, if you do not want to spend your whole life cleaning utensils in ashram, read Bhagavad Gita, read Upanishad. So till we used to, hide from him. He used to say, learn Hindi, learn English. There was no need for English in ashram. He would be bringing English newspaper. He said, read loud. I remember. And then Adar Swamiji or Rupanandaji was a symbol of bhakti, devotion, the word we're reading here. So all this monk's picture, you see, it is there. Whatever he wanted them to do, they did that. Swami Vijayanandaji, oh my God, you see his lecture when he stand up like a king standing on the stage, 6 foot tall, pride. The Prime Minister Indira Gandhi saw him standing far. She, as soon as he landed from helicopter, rushed to bow to Swamiji. So what Guru wanted from them, they become like machine. Like how Arjuna, whatever, hey Krishna, whatever you say, I will do that, I will follow. And it's like Tushmin Tushte Jagat Tushto. In our language, when Guru is pleased, whole world is pleased. In other way, when God is pleased, whole world is pleased. Tasmin tuste jagat tuste. When he is pleased, entire world is being pleased. Kind of thing. So here we're reading, according to Adi Shankaracharya, the definition of a correct spiritual master, whom we call Guru. Kshatriya, a person who is well versed in the scriptures, not only theoretically, also practically. Abrijina, who is very pure. Akamahato, free from all kind of hankering. Brahma Vittamaha, who dwell in Brahman. Brahmanna Purutaha, also whose mind and soul dedicated in realization of the self. Shanto, his calm. How? Nirindhana Ibanalo, like how fire is lacking of fuel. Ahetuku Daya Sindhu is an ocean of mercy. Forgive his student. Bondhu Anamatam Satam, and a intimate friend to those good people who surrender unto him. Correct? Any question here? Anything? You feel how we talking two particular topic. One is bhakti, and then Shankaracharya ji they gave the instruction to approach a right guru. And then he is giving the definition of a right guru. Any question, any argument, anybody? Be free to, that might bring something good, different. Do you agree with this? You feel like it's okay? Okay. Yes?
Yes,
You sure?
sure.
Shankaracharya was a Vedantist and he's talking of the bhakti, he's talking of the approaching to a guru. You agree with that?
I agree with that because I have
Experience.
Logic for it. He had logic for it.
Oh, you have logic for it. You agree with this?
I agree with it.
You have question?
I mean, I agree with it from the context that we're talking. Within your tradition, this is a beautiful, but in other traditions, we define our teachers in a different way. But I find this is very resonant. This is what I believe to be true too.
Okay, say for example, you following your path.
Yes.
And you are honestly spiritually hungry, right? You trying your best. What is Torah writing? You study Torah, attend Sunday service, listen to the the preceptor in the.
I listen to all the world scriptures.
All
not
the
just
world
Torah,
scripture.
not just Torah.
Yes, but you truly spiritually hungry.
Yes.
You really want to feel the touch of God. I'm using the word in our way. You really, really, really hungry to feel the sweet touch of God.
Yes.
A looking, and you don't know how. You're going here, little bit you went to the imam, you went to the little monk, you went to the little, what you call, the Christian missionary, what you call them? Priest?
The priests.
Or we call padri, right?
Yes.
In our language?
That's one word, but
Then
minister,
one.
padri,
Yeah.
bishop,
But
different.
yeah, but you're really hungry, you're really hungry, you're looking for, you want to feel the touch of God. You feel, when you go home, you feel like He's there inside of your home. When you go outside, you want to feel that He's looking at me. Snow, tornado, whatsoever coming in life, He's always looking at me, giving protection, showering His blessings. Unnecessary, I don't want, still He's guiding me to the right path. You're really, really hungry. So then you looking for, so what you do that time? Are you looking for a guidance from somebody? You looking for a person who can...
So I think there's also teachers that will point us back to the guru within and the guidance that comes from within. And the teachers are the ones who help us find that guidance, find God within, find God in every moment, and find God in this world in the form of love, truth. So I think that my view of teacher right now is that teacher within and how others help me find that.
But I'm talking more that now after all these years of study of Vedanta philosophy and Torah, whatsoever, now you really hungry. You can't, look like it's difficult for you to breathe in also without Him.
Yes.
You came at that stage of life. Hope you understand what I'm telling. I'm not talking your explanation, because all these years you learning Vedanta almost 22 years.
Yes.
Study the whole Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. Like Moti coming almost 13 years here. Coming. Now you're really hungry. All this enough study. Now I want to feel that as soon as I close my eyes, I want to see the sweetness of God in any way,
So I come to your class, I come to listen to
I know.
Gita, I come to listen to Viveka
Because
Cudamani, I meditate and I listen to those who have love within.
I know.
Yeah.
Because what I'm telling, the scriptures is the initial, this is done. 22 years means enough.
Yeah.
22 years, Bhagavad Gita itself is enough. 12 years it took, or 14 years to complete. And we're going all these things. Now is close the book. Now I want to feel the touch of that sweetness of God. In any way, that time you become like pagal now, you can't live without, you cannot go to the office, home, paying mortgage, all this done now, life.
Yes.
I can't survive. But that time God itself will be coming and helping you in every way. Your mortgage will be paid, you don't need home. All home will be open for you. Food, people will be rushing to look at you to give food. And it is true actually, it is true. People will be, that your footprint in a home, they will feel it's sacred. You keep their food at their home, they will feel their home is become sacred by your one footstep. You know what I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
You are honestly 100%. You just crying now. Enough I did study, enough I pay mortgage, enough I did job. All those done now. I can breathe even. So you can't eat even. So it is God will be making arrangement that food go, not like hospital. Maybe somebody will be coming, feeding you even. It happened, Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev. There are many. What time now?
8 to 5, 8 to 6.
Okay, 8 to 6. So let's go one more sloka.
Just a comment, Swamiji.
Yes, sure.
This guru concept,
Yes.
what we are talking about, it comes from the fact that a student is the best student when he realizes his shortcomings. No matter how much he studies,
Correct, yeah.
as the knowledge goes up, he understands how little I know.
Correct.
And there are always someone knows more than I do. And that realization make one a perfect student. He is the real true student who understand. Naturally, he will be humble.
Of course, of
And at
course.
that point, of course, he will look for a guru. He'll need a guru.
You know how Mr. Datta tells me, sometimes I sit down or say that I'm lying or I'm sitting. Now I look back, I say, okay, 50 years I spent in monastic life. I remember I spent my life among the monk, doing Guru Seva, Ashram Seva, 24 hours. Now I'm looking my shortcoming, like his word, that which places I'm still weak and need to correct. Because one day in Calcutta headquarters, our Guruji, that's our Guruji, Pujya Swami Satchidananda Ji Maharaj, he is the first monastic disciple of Swami Pranavananda. So in his room in Calcutta, you saw his room. So there was around 20 monks always standing around, outside, inside. So he was doing a little bit exercise. And while he was talking, and he said all the monks standing there, different age, young, advanced age, well, as long as you are not putting my body in the fire, on the fire, the desire do not die. I still remember. He's telling an 85 years old monk who's almost 400 monk disciples, and thousands of disciples outside, they stand on queue. Before they go to office, 1 mile long queue. Before people go to office, they want to touch his feet, then go. And then around 400 monk disciples he has. And he's telling, 85 years almost, that as long as you do not put my body to the fire, the desire do not die. So now when I sit, I look back my life from young age to now. So I see, I agree with him. So I see these are the places I have weak point, still need to correct. And I realize Guruji's word, as long as you all not put my body in the fire, these things may not die permanently, because this is a human body. This is a human body. So, Brian, the place I'm talking now is a very upper level spiritual world I'm talking, not the simple theory or meaning of the scripture I'm talking. I'm talking now, the word coming from my mouth now is a very upper level spiritual thing. Correct? Good. So let's read one more verse today, verse number 34. Tamaradhya gurum bhaktya. I think provo prosroyo sevanahi. Brian pronounced correctly. It's not coming from my mouth. Tamaradhya gurum bhaktya. Pravya prasnayo sevanahi. Prasanyam tamanu prapya. Priche gyatavyam atmanaha. Moti, read again. Tamaradha gurum bhaktya. Prabhu prasrayo sevanahi. Prasanyam tamanu prapya. Prichet gyatavyam atmanaha. Struggling. Prichet gyatavyam atmanaha. I broke the word here. Let me read from there. You see, tam aradhya gurum bhaktya प्रौहो प्रश्रय सेव नहीं प्रसन्नम त्वम अनुप्रप्यो तो प्रसन्न तम अनुप्रप्यो पृच्छे ज्ञातव्यम आत्मनः पृच्छे ज्ञातव्यम आत्मनः. So what it say actually, worshipping that Guru with devotion and approaching him when he is pleased with prostration, humility and service, you should ask him what you want to know. So that means first, Tamaradha Gurung Bhakta. The Shankaracharya say we need to worship Guru with bhakti, with devotion. Right? Like in our temple, every time we go outside we bow. Every time we coming outside we bow. Every time we come temple we bow. Maybe whole day times we bow. Why we have to bow so many times? Because it's say worshipping that Guru with devotion, Tamaradha Gurung Bhakta, Prasna Prasthana Sevai, and approaching him, Prasannam Tam Anuprapyo, when he is pleased with me, with prostration, humility and service. Prostration, humility and service. So worshipping that Guru with devotion and approaching him when he is pleased with prostration, humility and service is called Guru Seva in our word. Service to Guru. Now how we can serve to Guru? Should I be always with him? Because you know that in our system, few monks always used to be with Gurudev. He used to cook for him, they used to cook for him, clean his clothes, helping him, serving him food, preparing his resting place, cleaning his room. But most of the monks used to be outside. Like there was preaching parties, 4 monks, 2 learning monk, beginners, and there was singer, 1 dholu player, 1 cook, and all these things, 12 people. Now they say, okay, you go to, I'm giving an example from America. Okay, go to Maryland. From Maryland, you'll be going to Virginia, West Virginia, this Virginia. And from there, you'll go to Boston, finish. After 6 months, you come back. Durga Puja time. Okay, your team will be going to New York, from New York to Pennsylvania. Then we'll go to Connecticut. Maybe from there to next state, maybe Georgia. You finish, come back after 6 months. So this 6 months, they don't see their Guru. So after this Durga Puja, then they will be, okay, now you go to California state, 6 months, Nevada, and then other 8 groups, they to divide the whole India. Because those days, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh one team. So in this way, young monk got opportunity to know their motherland properly. They're traveling all over, from Lahore, Karachi, to Dhaka, to Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. So they're traveling the whole of India. They see that they close their eyes, like I close my eyes, I could see my motherland from one corner to other corner. When I close my eyes now, I could see America also, as I traveling from Maine state to the California. Maybe a couple of states I did not go, from New York City to the Washington state. That how America, a different type of culture, different type of people, different type of approach. I could imagine when I close my eyes, I see it. Right? Even though I did not see all America, it's not possible actually. So this way they used to travel, see holy places, learn language, see the culture. Because Bengali people, let's say the New York people practicing one type of culture, speaking also. They go to Texas, they see their culture different, and they speak different way there. Same English language, but their pronunciation is different. So this is how. So one time a monk was complaining to Guruji, but Guruji, we see you only 2 times in a year. 15 days, that also 15 days, and whole year you sending us far away. I want to stay with you. This time I don't want to go preaching mission, I want to spend time with you. See how Guruji telling to his disciple, do you think that staying with me, it will be easy for you to reach that higher goal of spiritual life? Do you think so? If that is so, there is some kind of insect in the hair. What do you call it in English? Ukun? Huh?
Lice.
Lice. Sometimes, the women has long hair. They don't get time to take care of all those things because sometimes they work in field helping. So then some lice grow up inside the hair and they bite, drink her blood. So Guruji say, if you think that staying with me, you will be able to reach the higher goal of life, then all these lies in my hair, because Guruji has jata, that way, like how the Dan had the jata. Guruji did not have a so big jata like Dan, but you could imagine Dan hair. He don't take care properly, big, all the jata. So then say, these lies are biting me and drinking my blood. If you think staying with me, you will be attaining God, so these lies would be profit now. You understand? You understand? So, because you are staying far, you thinking of me, of your Guru always. I keep only those monks around me that I feel I need to correct them. Right? I need to correct them. Those few I keep around. Also, sometimes I send them away too. When I feel, I send them away.
This was the same saying Buddha told Tathagata. Tathagata used to follow him day and night. And Buddha said, why you are continuously following me? And he says, you are my God. You, everything, you know so much. And I am to your feet. He said, no, find your own path.
Find your own path.
Don't follow me, find your own path. You have to know by yourself. You cannot follow anybody.
Correct, yeah.
You have to find your own
So,
way.
yeah, like sometimes it happened to me. See that I'm staying far away from India, far away from my monk brother. Because you saw how many monks I know. All the ashrams, around 400, maybe more. And I don't see monk, Only once in a year I go, I see them, so I spend time with them. So now, many times I think, while I'm sitting for meditation, thoughts come that, I don't know what sin I did in my previous birth, that, 31 years already passed from my life, invaluable, time, far away from our motherland, far away from our monk brother, far away from everything. I could imagine those monks living in India. They are so happy, meeting each other, doing so much of joy, right? So many times I think that way. But when I go to India, so my approach to Guru and those who living in India, their approach to Guru is so different. Because they living whole year there is not so. But I'm so soft when I go to the temple. I love to sit in the small temple. I love to sit down and do meditation. And I love to talk to monk, only the spiritual. But they talk their activities mostly. How they building school, how they building orphanage, how they building senior citizen home, how they building blind school. But that I do not want to hear that. I want to talk to them only spiritual thing. Hardly anybody talk that. How much you do job, how much you do meditation, how much you study. Rarely monk talk of that. They're talking, okay, they buy 15-acre land, building a school there, and they building a blind school, orphanage. Monks who are doing that kind of work, they are being recognized in the organization. More than the monk who is, they might think, well, the Amarnathanda is doing nothing, sitting in the temple quietly, because, there's so much things to be done. So it happened to me. Many times I think that way. Maybe I did some sin in my previous birth. 31 years in New Jersey, 25 years, 28 years. Imagine, 28 years in New Jersey. I never heard of New Jersey. America is too far from us. So it happened to me occasionally. But when I go there, I see the monk in India, their approach, their thoughts also so different from me. I love to study scripture, I love to study Bhagavatam hour after hour. They might say, what are you doing with few people, spending 1.5 hour time? They will say this, what are you doing? Because when they lecture in front of them, at least 300, 400, 500 people, what I'm doing with few people sitting in front of me, and 1.5 hour we're talking of the Viveka Cudamani. So different way of thinking. So anyway, we'll be concluding here today that to please or with worshipping that Guruji with our behavior, with our service, with our devotion, with our humility, Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam in Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam Tatparaha Sangjatendriyaha. A student who has deep respect to his Guru and enthusiastic to learn. Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam Tatparaha Sangjatendriyaha. Try to control his restlessness of the mind, and they are fit to go advance in spiritual life. I think this is enough today. Let me say quickly prayer and conclude here.
Let me one
Please,
quick
yeah.
one. This exactly same sloka in a different way. Chanakya has a sloka. Chanakya said, Guru Saddhaya Vidya Pushkalena Dhanena Va Athava Vidyaya Vidya Chaturthena Papaddhati. Only 3 ways you could be wise. One is clear devotion to Guru. Because if he's not pleased, he's not going to give it to you.
Correct,
You
yeah.
have to get it from him.
Bhakti is so much. Yeah.
Poor. So Guru Saddhaya Vidya, and being Chanakya, he said, Pushkalena Dhanena Va. Athava with lot of money you can do it. You can go to Harvard with donation.
Correct, yeah.
Pushkalena Dhanena Va. Athava Vidyaya Vidya. The other way, teach. There is no
Beautiful.
fourth way.
Yeah, this
There
is
is no fourth
it's a
way.
very beautiful sloka actually. Very beautiful sloka. Okay, let us say a prayer for everybody in this world. All corner of this world, we praying for everybody, every soul. Sarve Shang Mangalang Bhuyat, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasya Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Dau Shanti, Antariksham Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Apo Shanti, Ushodhaya Shanti, Vanaspataya Shanti, Vishwadeva Shanti, Sarvam Shanti, Shantireva Shanti, Shama Shantiredhi, Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shanti. Thank you and namaskar for attending this small, discussion on Viveka Cudamani. Thank you, namaskar.